What's going on, guys? Austin FFA here, Oral Luna. So I have a story today, quite a banger story, quite something I've been saving for a while, and to believe, all right, this is something that's insane, and I've been saving it for a very long time, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And I usually don't do this in the beginning of my videos, but I would really appreciate it if you left a like on this video. I never ask for likes in the beginning, but this is such a crazy story that I've been saving for so long. It'd be awesome to see the feedback do well, but watch through the whole video and then leave a like afterwards, because I want to make sure you guys enjoy the video and then like it, because why like a video if you don't like it, really? So I just wanted to, I don't really know what goal we could go for, but that's up to you guys, so let's see. But anyway, I have a crazy ass story today, something that's insane, something that I will look back on and always cherish the moment, because the person I did this with was a very, very special lady. And yeah, it's a funny backstory. It's probably not something you're gonna expect, but I'm gonna get into it now. So this took place 2 years ago. I was on a vacation 2 years ago. I grew up with this friend of mine. I'm not going to say names, but he's a very close friend of mine. He's like a childhood friend, and he's a stoner. We used to smoke together. And he actually got relocated to Michigan with his mom for a job. She had a teaching job. His mom's a teacher. And she was I'm not going to say the word alcoholic, but she liked to drink wine. And I could just tell by the way, like, how loose she would let herself be. Like, I could tell she smoked on occasion, and my friend would tell me stories about how he smoked with his mom and shit. And I was so jealous. I was like, dude, I wish I could smoke with your mom. Like, she's the coolest teacher around, and she's just a cool lady. And yeah, I could just kind of tell she smoked weed. But it was a very occasional thing. I think he only smoked with her once or like twice, counting the time with me. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the story now. So basically, they got relocated to Michigan, and I went out there to visit them with my mom. And this is kind of funny. There was something wrong with her. Okay, I'm not gonna drop names. Something happened. It was a disease, and it wasn't cancer or anything like that. But it allowed her to get medical marijuana. Now, I'm not even sure if medical marijuana is legal in Michigan. I think she might have been illegally getting this marijuana, but whatever she had, marijuana helped her with her problem. And basically, she would smoke, and it would help with the problem and shit like that. And I'm not gonna drop names on what she had, because honestly, I don't even know that much about it. I'm not sure if it's technically a disease or not, but she had something wrong with her, and I don't know, just to keep her privacy, But basically, I went down there to visit my buddy in Michigan, and we were hanging out at his house eating dinner one night. And she said something about going upstairs after dinner and smoking. And I was like, you smoke cigarettes? And she's like, no, not cigarettes, honey. And I was like, pot? And she's like, yeah. I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, I medically smoke it now. I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, you didn't know that? Vincent hasn't bragged to you about how I smoked with him? And keep in mind, guys, my mom was gone. She was actually going out to get party supplies for a dinner we were having later that week. And she went out with the teacher's sister to go get the supplies. So we were free. We were in the clear. And after dinner, we basically went to my friend's room, because like I said, he's my friend. We went into his room and started playing WoW. He's a huge PC gamer, and he's got like the best WoW character I've ever seen. So we were playing some World of Warcraft. I know nothing about that game, but we were playing it, and we started smelling weed. I smelled it from fucking down the hallway. She had a room designated to smoking weed in, because it's like a guest room, but no one ever stays there. And I wasn't staying in that room in particular, and that's where she keeps her bowl and her weed. So it smelled like some very good shit. I could smell it from very I could smell it through the door, and it was so good. And my friend said, he's like, yo, you want to go see her? I was like, I don't care, man. He's like, I'm gonna try and get her to smoke with us. So he walks into the room, and the first words he says is, I just wanted to show my friend Austin that you actually smoke. And she's like, yeah, I told you at the dinner table I smoke. And she gave him like a really sarcastic asshole reply. And I started laughing. And she's like, well, here's your proof. And she took a hit of it and like pretty much ghost inhaled it, which is hilarious to me. Like, this girl is a teacher, guys. She actually was, she was out for this problem that she was having, but in like a good month and a half, I think she went back. So, she had her teaching license. She's a fucking teacher. And I'm just sitting here like astonished, because my buddy's like, one of my best friend's moms and a teacher is smoking weed. So it's like crazy to me. And then he says this. He's never smoked before. You should let him try a hit. And I at that point, I'm like, what the fuck did my friend just say? This is the most awkward situation I've ever probably been in. So I like my eyes immediately like jump out of my head. I'm like bulging. And she looks at me, she's like, oh, you haven't? And she's like, do you want it? You want to try it? Like, your mom might kill me, but do you want to try it? And I was like, sure. And she gave it to me. And, you know, keep in mind, guys, I've tried it multiple times before this happened. My friend just straight up lied to get his mom to give me a bowl to hit. So I hit the weed, and I was just like, I start coughing, and like the shitty thing is, guys, I almost I basically gave myself away. When I hit the bowl, I did pretty much a ghost inhale, and you know, not every first time smoker does like a fucking ghost inhale, and she's like, "Oh, you look like a professional." When I hit the bowl, she's like, "Oh, you look like a professional," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I started coughing like a motherfucker because, like I said, it was some good ass shit. You know, for an older lady, she was getting some pretty dank weed. So, you know, I'm coughing, and I went to pass it to her, and she was, you know, she took a couple more hits out of it, and then she passed it to my friend or her son, and I'm just sitting here astonished, like, holy shit, a teacher slash, you know, mom is having a sesh like with us, like she's letting us, you know, she's smoking us up with her weed, like it's her weed, like she's a teacher and she's smoking fucking weed. I was completely astonished, and I was like, holy shit. And after an hour went by, my mom got home getting the shit with, she went with her sister. She went out with the teacher's sister to go and get party supplies. And my mom came home, and I was still pretty high, and I was actually eating pizza, just ripped. And I don't quite know if my mom ever found out. I do know that later that week, my mom actually smoked with her too, which is hilarious to me because, you know, just the idea of your parents smoking weed is funny. But it was just crazy, and I really fucking love how, I don't know, I love how this whole thing turned out. It made for a wonderful story, and when I created Austin FFA and I started doing life stories, I knew for a fact that this shit was going to get, like, you know, I was holding it for a milestone. So, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Really appreciate the support. And, yeah, let me know if anything crazy like this has happened to you in the comments below. I love you all so much. I'm out. Peace.